Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ. Myself Dr. Ravi Gari, and now we are going to start the current affairs session of science and technology. And I will just to request everyone, guys, before going to start this video, first of all, you just listen my earlier video where I already have planned everything how we'll go to current affairs. So let us start, and here we'll start with the first one, July 2018 current affairs for this prelims and mains examination 2019. Even this video will not be only useful for the UPSC, a part of this for all state PSS exam. Right now have a UPSC the mains examination. This video will also be very helpful for that. So before going to start the video, I will tell you guys, if you like, you can follow me on my profiles and this Facebook page and even the Instagram, both where I'm available, and my all the updates I already there. Even this PPT I also share with on my Facebook page. So as I told you guys, these are the various chapters. Those I will plan for the current affairs here, and here these chapters I already summarized in the earlier lecture, the first lecture, and this is the second one for the current affair issues. The one is the science and technology in India. The second chapter is the energy. Third one is the space technology. The fourth one is the communication information technology. Fifth one, defense technology. The sixth one is the superconductor laser, artificial intelligence, robotics and nanotechnology based current affairs. Seventh chapter is the intellectual property rights. The eighth one is the astronomy and the particle physics. Ninth one is the biotechnology. 10th one is different issues, health and diseases, various immunization programs, and the last one is some miscellaneous topics. So these all are the relevant topics, chapters. Those are required for UPSC, either for the traditional parts or for the contemporary issues. So for the traditional parts, I hope you already have listened my classroom lectures, and even you read my books, and even you also have listened my pen drive course. So there are many options for the traditional parts, but here this lecture is open for everyone. So first unit, the science and technology in India. Here if you go and see in July month, so there is no question in your paper. So this is the reason for the current affair issues. We'll go for the second chapter is the energy. Energy based, many aspects came in this July month for the examination. Let us start with the first, that is the Urja Ganga gas pipeline projects. Urja Ganga gas pipeline project even popular from the last 2 years. But see guys, actually there are some provisions those government introduced for the northeast, especially for the PNG supply. This is given here. For the PNG supply in the northeast state, okay, the 5 companies even ready. So 5 public sector oil and natural gas companies have signed a venture for PNG supply, and for that purposes have a 6,000 crore investment for the pipeline grid project in northeast. I hope you people know about the PNG. This is the full form is called as a piped natural gas. Piped natural gas. Piped natural gas are those guys which supply will reach to your house for cooking purpose only. So the purpose of PNG is only for cooking uses. What are these 5 companies have been involved for this Ganga Urja mission? So here the one is the IOCL, Indian Oil Corporation Limited. The second one is the ONGC, Organization for the Natural ONGCs, Gas Authority of India Limited, Oil India Limited, Numligarh Refinery Limited. Okay, so these are the 5 public sector oil and natural gas companies involved to invest the 60,000 crore rupees to provide the PNG supply in the northeast regions. See, the signing of agreement is a joint ventures companies that will even develop, even build, and even operate, and even also maintain this natural gas pipeline grid in that areas. What about the northeast gas pipeline projects, grid projects here? So this project even will connect from Guwahati to the major northeast cities, even the major load centers in the northeast. So overall, roughly I'm telling you, this will connect to the whole northeast state. And the project is being implemented under Prime Minister Narendra Modi based ambitious project, that is a Urja Ganga gas pipeline project. See, Urja Ganga gas line project is a 2 years back projects, and now the Northeast gas pipeline grid project introduced under the Urja Ganga gas pipeline project. So this is the reason in the background of Northeast gas pipeline grid project, you should also know what about the Urja Ganga gas pipeline project that started from the Varanasi for the PNG supply, later on moved to the many of the states, and now it's being going to connect with the northeast region. In this case, the pipeline will also connect to the national gas grid through Barauni to Guwahati gas pipeline. So this is one of the pipeline. Those will also be a subsidiary of Northeast Gas Pipeline Grid project that is written there. Again, I repeat, National Gas Grid through Barauni to Guwahati gas pipeline. So these all the reasons you will get it from Bihar to Northeast regions. It will connect. So now let us start with the what about the Pradhan Mantri Urja Ganga projects. As I told you 2 years back, this one introduced to provide the PNG supply in the many regions. So the purpose to provide the piped cooking gas, the same PNG, piped natural gas, to the residents of Varanasi, and later on millions of the people, even the many states I told you, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha, and now it's going to increase toward the whole complete northeast state. Even around 5 lakh gas cylinders will provide here. So 5 lakh gas cylinders will spend to the rural areas even every year annually. This much of gas pipeline gas cylinders. According to Gas Authority of India Limited, Urja Ganga projects, around 20 lakh households will get the PNG connections. And the one more thing is, with the help of this Urja Ganga projects, around covering the length of 11,000 kilometer area. So 11,000 kilometer area will cover here, and this further have a information to increase the length and areas where the PNG supply will increase around 24540 kilometer. So this is the overall target, guys. Now we go into the International Solar Alliance. So that is a chapter which is interdisciplinary between the energy and environment. See, International Solar Alliance was also UPSC question in 2016. During 2016, there was a question where the UPSC asked the International Solar Alliance brought under COP21 summit, Paris Convention. So that is right. And another one was all the UN members are the member of International Solar Alliance. Even here, many people confused. Actually, see, under UNFCCC summits, okay, which is working worldwide, especially for the protection of the greenhouse gases from the global environment. Here there is a provision. Under International Solar Alliance, UNFCCC brought. Every UN country should be the member of International Solar Alliance, but it is not every UN members are become a member of International Solar Alliance. So I hope you people very clear. According to this International Solar Alliance, every UN member should be the member of International Solar Alliance, but not all members still have a member of International Solar Alliance. So that is the point, you should know this. Actually, recently have a news, this Myanmar even joined the India-based initiatives, that is the International Solar Alliance. As you know, International Solar Alliance have a provisions, one country help to the another country. So definitely the India have a resources for the solar energy this time, even better than the Myanmar. So India is ready to help to the Myanmar. So Myanmar even joined to the India initiated International Solar Alliance and becoming the 68th signatory. The Myanmar becomes 68th signatory of the framework agreements of International Solar Alliance. But I will tell you guys today on this date, okay, the total member countries are 17, total 70 member countries. Those are signatory. Out of 70, around 47 members are signatory plus ratify. Means they pass in their own parliament. So this is the present news in this present day, guys. Definitely of tomorrow, day after tomorrow, the news will be old. Maybe some new countries even become a member of International Solar Alliance. So signing wise total 70 and signatory plus ratify wise total 47. International Solar Alliance, the major objective is what to deploy over 1000 gigawatt solar generation capacity and mobilization of around investment of over $1,000 billion. So 1,000 billion US dollar investment by 2030. This is a plan under ISA, and finally with the help of this investment by 2030, around 1,000 gigawatt of solar power generation will reach worldwide. International Solar Alliance even provide many facilities to boost up the solar energy, even to try to reduce the price through bulk purchase of solar energy devices, even to provide the facilities in the deployment of existing solar technologies and promoting the various collaborative solar research and development and capacity buildings. So these are the prime objectives of International Solar Alliance. International Solar Alliance, the framework agreement, those entered and came into force, that was a 6th December 2017, but introduced in 2015 COP21 Paris Convention. Okay, you always remember. So, but when it entered and it came in the force, so here that day is December 6, 2017, and its a headquarters is, it's in Gurugram, it's in India. See, India has some targets. India has some target to increase the renewable energy from India, and the is given there. What about India's target? By 2 from non-fossil fuels. Fossil fuel means petrol, diesel, coal. Non-fossil fuel means solar energy, wind energy. So with the help of from non-fossil fuels, by 2030, India has a target to increase 40% power generation. So 40% power generation in India by 2030 will generate by the help of renewable energy. Okay, renewable energy means non-fossil fuels. And see, with the help of these guys, India has even also one target for 2022. 100 gigawatt power generation in India by 2022 by solar energy. So these are the main initiatives those India brought to boost up the solar energy for the coming future. So what about the target of India to achieve solar energy by 2022? Solar energy growth, it's 100 gigawatt. And what about the India's perspective for the renewable energy growth? By 2030, around 40% power generation in India with the help of renewable energy, only 60% by fossil fuels, but 40% by non-fossil fuels. Next topic of discussion from the energy is the cabinet relaxes the NELP, and definitely the NELP and the HELP, these are the two important points, and the very, very important point, not only for the prelims and also important for the mains examination. So what about the NELP and what about the HELP? Here I will go for that. The NELP is the new exploration licensing policy. NELP is a new exploration licensing policy. It was conceptualized in the 1997-1998. So new exploration licensing policy came in 1997, but even came in force from 1999. And it provided the establishment of a Directorate General of Hydrocarbons, that is a nodal agency for the implementation of various exploration policies. Even it was introduced to boost up the production of oil and the natural gas, and providing the level of playing the field for the both public and private players. See, you should be very clear, guys. The one was the NELP and the second one was a HELP. The name is only changed. Here the NELP is a new, either H for hydrocarbon. H for was hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon means maybe coal, maybe petrol, maybe CNG. So that all type of hydro. So HELP is what? Hydrocarbon Exploration Licensing Policy. Rest of the names are same. This one, as I told you, came in force 1999, and this one came in force from 2016. And see, hydrocarbon exploration licensing policy is much more better and updated with the NELP, and this is the reason this policy have a good future. Okay, what type of limitations and everything is there, guys? Actually, for the exploration of hydrocarbon, means petrol, products, coals, natural gases, government is biased, and government try to find out the maximum benefit from that side. And this is the reason, guys, there are two types of players, those involved in India, especially for the identification and exploration of the hydrocarbons. The one is the government platform, and second is the private platforms, private players. Even the private players have a better technology in comparison to government platform. This is the reason here, guys. Actually, government is very even biased and try to find out the maximum benefit themselves. And this is the reason the company is even suffering a lot of problem. And even the rule and regulations, everything in the exploration of the hydrocarbons, government made some difficulties for the private sectors. So actually, in the beginning, the policy was the NELP. But later on, hydrocarbon exploration policy tried to solve these problems. So later on, the private sector will also involve a lot in the exploration work. So what about the limitation of NELP? I will discuss there. And later on, I will go and discuss about the HELP, the benefits. So the current system and various problems associated with the NELP. So what about the problem will go there the first. Even different policies for the different hydrocarbons found. Different hydrocarbons means like CNG have a different one, petroleum products have a different one. So it's very difficult to manage a different thing, guys. Actually, for each and every nature of hydrocarbon, the policy should be same. Whatever the policy you make for the coal, whatever the policy you make for the petroleum products, whatever the policy you make for the natural gases, everywhere the policies should be same. The first point. But here the problem is the separate policies. It means, guys, when the HELP will come, the policy will become same policies. Okay, so it will be changed here. So in the HELP, it is not separate. Here that is a same. Profit sharing revenue model and delays. It's very simple, guys. Suppose the government is trying to give a profit sharing to the companies. Suppose I'm a Reliance company. I just to explore. This is a place in India where I have a lot of natural gases. Okay, and this then I just given this reserves to the government. Okay, government, you go and take this resources and you sell out whatever. But what about the profit sharing and what about the everything should be government will pay to the private sector companies? That profit sharing and everything is not in the proper time and not in the proper way. After 2 years, this company have a demand, give me my money, give me that money. So this type of problem in the profit and everything delays problem was also very there. Commissions and every problems even also there. The another one, government said, okay, only few areas I will go and the rest of other areas everybody will go for the exploration work. Why? Because government even said in the earlier in the NEL, exploration confined only to certain areas. So only certain areas where the government now have a reserve, so government involved there. Rest of the other places government said, okay, everybody will do, everybody go. Okay, no, it's not fair, guys. So this is the reason, guys, when the help will come, the what will be there. So open access will come. Open access means you go anywhere and do all the exploration work and everything. Unfair pricing. The pricing rate should be fair by the private place and the government player both. It is not like that the Reliance sell the petroleum products with some other price rate and the government said with some other price rate. It's not fair. Even what about the royalties and charges? Okay, those government will provide you. It should be also fair, not unfair. But here earlier, under some cases, the government is biased. And government not go into the proper royalties. Even when the help even came, guys, suppose the area is not well and good. And there is a lot of difficulties in that area for the exploration. So the royalty charges, even according to help, even it reduces. So government will not take royalty charges more. Okay, suppose private companies even earn means explore the particular areas, hydrocarbon fuels and everything. And then this companies start to provide to the government what? Subsidies on the basis of royalties, on the basis of per ton explorations. Okay, so government here can give you some relaxation. Okay, this area is not well and good, have a lot of problems, have a low land areas. Yeah, this type of problem is there. So better you give me a 3% only royalties. But in the other case, suppose 8% and 10%. Okay, so this much of relaxation even came in the help, but this type of relaxation was not with the NEL. And this is the reason have a need of upgradation of the NEL, guys. Hydrocarbon exploration policy, as I told you guys, after 18 years of NEL, this policy came and they came in force on the March 2016. And this policy even provide a uniform licensing system that was not there earlier in the NEL, and even the single licensing covering all hydrocarbons. Okay, not a different policies. So single policy for oil, gas, coal bed, methane everywhere. So these are some changes those you will get under the case of HELP. HELP have a four main aspects, and I already explained with you earlier. Uniform licensing system, you go everywhere for the exploration work, open access, proper revenue sharing model, marketing and pricing system for the crude oil and the natural gas produce. Okay, so this is also good. The government and the private sector will work together and even decide the proper marketing and the pricing. Okay, it's not only the government decide everything. Okay, so this is the reason. The help and NEL differences, you just go and see this one and this PPT, but I already explained everything. The next topic of discussion from the energy in July month was the AFR facility. AFR facility is connected with the nuclear energy regarding the spent fuel. I will explain what is the spent fuel. The full form of AFR is the away from reactor facility. Actually, in Tamil Nadu, there is a one reactor, that is a Kudankulam nuclear reactor. That reactor even set up with the help of Russia. And this time around 6,000 megawatt power generation with the help of this reactor only. It is a news around 6 reactors or around 5 to 6 reactors established in one place. Even Supreme Court said to the especially NPCI, Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited, that why not you people are going to set up a away from reactor facility. Away from reactor facility is actually for the spent fuel. Okay, with time, the nuclear energy, the people are going to use more and more and more in the nuclear reactors. After this, have a lot of spent fuel, the wastage of the nuclear waste. Okay, that will left there. That is called spent fuel. Spent fuel have a lot of radioactive elements, and radioactive elements are very dangerous. If they will deploy anywhere in the free form in the nature, so it will create a lot of radiation effect, and finally the person who will come under the exposure, they will suffer a lot of problem. So this is the reason even Supreme Court earlier said, according to AFR policy, okay, AFR facility, according to AFR facilities, government said at least within 5 years you should have to set up a proper AFR. Okay, government say the timing in 2013 code granted a 5 years to NPCIL at least till 2018 you set up away from reactor facilities. So the radioactive element, those are even left in as a wastage of burning of fuel, nuclear fuel, that is that we are calling here as a spent fuel, guys. The spent fuel should go away from the nuclear power plants and the proper save there, proper recycle there. Ultimately the person and all the environment and the living beings will not come under the exposure of radioactive waste or spent fuel. So this away from reactor facilities that you got it AFR, that even news was to set up distant from the Kudankulam nuclear power plant. So especially for the Kudankulam nuclear power plant, the Supreme Court has given the decision as soon as possible you develop a AFR facilities there. Kudankulam nuclear plant, as you know, Kudankulam, it's in Tamil Nadu. It's a single largest nuclear power station of India. The reactor even used a pressurized water reactor, and here the Russia even helped to India. The Kudankulam nuclear power plant, the KKNPP, is scheduled with the 6 VVER 1000 reactors. This is also popular with the name of WWER 1000 reactors. Okay, this is the solid propellant based, breeder reactor, pressurized water reactors. This is a type of reactors. Okay, even developed and installed, and the capacity is here around 6000 megawatt. So the capacity of Kudankulam nuclear power plant is what? That is a 6000 megawatt. So that's overall about the AFR facilities. Now the Mukhyamantri Kisan Aay Badhottari Solar Yojana, that was also a news, guys, and this news was especially for the by the Delhi government. Again I repeat, the Mukhyamantri Kisan Aay Badhottari Solar Yojana. What about the Mukhyamantri Kisan Aay Badhottari Solar Yojana? This Yojana scheme even brought by the Delhi government. What the Delhi government brought here under the scheme? Try to increase the monetary benefits overall for the additional income. The Delhi government brought this scheme, and especially to improve the incomes of the farmers and better conditions of the farmers in India, and that is only for the national capital regions, NCERT, Delhi and the nearby areas. And here the farmer can give their own land on the basis of lease basis, and that land, even those are the agriculture land, for setting up a solar panel to get the additional income. Okay, so that state government said to boost up the solar energy in Delhi. So those farmers have a land, guys, they can give their own land on the basis of lease basis, but see, there is something, limitations are there. Only 1/3 of the land any farmer can give, not all the complete land. So how much they are able to give their own land? 1/3 on the basis of lease, guys. And see, even when you give your own land, so at least you will have a benefit 1 lakh rupees per annum per acre from your land. Okay, everybody. So this one, even company will provide you, that company government will authorize to install the solar panel in your field area. So from the per acre areas, in the 1 year at least you will earn the 1 lakh per annum. And the solar panels, that is photovoltaic, those are necessary and even used for the power generation. That height will be around up to 3.5 meter. So that height will be around up to 3.5 meter. So up to 3.5 meter is what? Not have a good height, not a very much height. The reason is the land, those even are there, guys, it will be further utilized for agriculture purposes. So this land, the 1 acre area, suppose those you are going to give there in out of 3. Okay, so it will install the solar panel, and the rest of the other even agriculture will also be there. You don't think only the land will utilize for solar panel, and that is the reason it is mentioned here. The height of the solar panel will be around 3.5 meters. So at least the light will easily come to the earth's surface, and the plant will involve in the photosynthesis and proper productivity. And see here, the Delhi government even talked to the many of the companies to participate for the scheme, especially to boost up the solar energy, with the name of Mukhyamantri Kisan Aay Badhottari Solar Yojana. What about the benefit of this scheme? We should go here. Actually, in this cases, the annual income of the beneficiary farmers will increase, as it is a news, guys, 30,000 to 50,000 per acre per area. Per acre per area, this is the benefit those farmers have this time. And you know what happened when this project will come? When this project will come and introduce, the farmer will go reach an income per year around 1.3 lakh to 1.5 lakh. Even behind it, they will have an additional income. Even those company will install the solar panel in your areas, they will even provide you 100 units free solar power without any investment. Okay, the farmer will also get the 1000 unit of free solar power without any investment. So it's an additional benefit those farmers have. Okay, the next one, the department correctly buy electricity. Even in this moment of time, if you see the department, so department buy the electricity with a very costly around 9 rupees per unit. That is in the news. But when this Pradhan Mantri Krishi Solar Yojana that will become successful, then the price of the electricity will be less, around 5 per unit. In that way, the government said at least I can save 400 to 500 crore rupees annually. Those I pay for the power utilization. Okay, so at least the 400 to 500 crore rupees will be saved if this type of scheme will become successful in that. Now let us go to the third chapter, that is the space technology. And what about the space technology based current affairs? Those are news in the July month. We are going to start right now. See friends, in this topic, the first one that is important, that is a Parker Solar Probe. See, Parker Solar Probe is actually in July, that was the news. In August it will send. Okay, so in the coming next month, when the this Parker Solar Probe will send, guys, so that was the news. It will go with a speed of around 4,30,000. It's some problems in my pen, guys, so don't mind. Somehow it's create some disturbances, so very soon I would like to change it, so be comfortable. So it help even what is there, guys, at least devastating the solar storm that from the sunlight. Actually, you know, the many confusions are behind the scientist's mind about the solar mysteries. So many of the solar mysteries are there, like solar storms even are coming towards a devastating effect to the earth, even the atmosphere. So this type of problems even will check, the characteristics will check with the help of Parker Solar Probe. What about the Parker Solar Probe? It's a NASA based solar probe. It's revolutionized our the understanding of the sun, where the changing condition can propagate out in the solar system, even affecting the earth and the other worlds, so that all the characteristics will become possible. How the earth came, how the life came on the earth. So what about the plasma material? Okay, everything become possible here with the help of this solar system. Okay, solar system means this solar mission actually. Parker Solar Probe will travel through the sun atmosphere and closer to the surface than aircrafts before it. Actually, you know, the distance of the solar probe from the sun's surface will lift 3.9 million miles. Suppose this is the earth, this is the sun. So from the sun's surface around 3.9 million miles distance. This Parker probe will be there and will take images of suns and proper the characteristic those from the sun even coming towards Earth. It will try to take a picture and images and provide the proper information about this about this sun. Okay, sun characteristics, solar mysteries, and everything will check there. See, why this mission is even whatever the objective of this mission. Even trace and flow the various energy to heat and accelerate the solar corona and the wind, guys. Actually, you know, within a sun have some solar corona, and here is very misfortune type. You know, they have a lot of doubts. Here the temperature even around 6,000 Kelvin, and the solar wind is the another problems that are coming from the sun, guys. According to NASA, every 2 years have a solar wind, but it's very small. After 9 to 11 years of a big size of solar wind even generate from the sun and even reach to the earth atmosphere. Even in few conditions, it is dangerous for the satellites, for the communication information system. Even NASA warned to that country will come under the exposure of it. But see, guys, any country can come there. The reason is Earth is going to rotate on their own axis and the solar flare is coming towards the Earth. Okay, so this type of warning those NASA provide you that after 11 years have a big size of solar wind that can reach to the Earth's surface. The solar wind are even better is you can use the solar flare, have a lot of solar tsunami. Okay, solar tsunami. So a lot of the mysteries about the sun is still not known. So with the help of this, all the missions will try to find out these objectives. Even sun have a plasma material due to the effect of sun. Plasma is the fourth state of matter. It's a fourth state of matter. Just like a solid, then if you heat up, it become liquid. You heat up, it become gas, and then it's become ionized, and then it is the ionized. The ionized gases form is called as a plasma material. And the another one have a magnetic field, guys. Okay, magnetic field that generate there. So these are the many informations that will check with the help of this Parker Solar Probe. See, it's a wonderful statement, and you should know what about some extraordinary feature of Parker that Parker will achieve, and the Parker will give information, even knowledge that will be helpful to understand the space. See, the sun is the source of light, everybody know, and even the heat of the life on the earth, everybody know, the photosynthesis, everything, even is because of sun. And even with the help of this study of the sun, guys, we can also go and understand how life on the earth even developed. Even sun also affect the earth in the less familiar ways, even everywhere, the solar winds and all. You know, the speed of solar winds, that is the given there. Even the flow of ionized gases from the sun that is streamed past the earth at the speed of the 500 km per second. Okay, it's a very good speed, guys, and you should know. Even one of the question came in UPSC, from the earth up to certain heights, that is called ionosphere. It's called ionosphere. Okay, here have a place where the lot of ions are there, and these ions at the height even move with a very good speed, but they not fall down to the surface of earth. Why? So the reason was very simple, guys. Actually, the magnetic effect, the magnetic field, which is maximum, it is on the earth where? Toward the polar regions. If any of the ion charges, suppose it is coming toward the earth, it will deviate towards what? Polar regions. So this is the reason 60 degree north to 60 degrees south area, which is the human habitat areas, even safe and protected. So this is the statement those you should know here. So ionosphere, why a lot of ions and charges are travel in the space and why not fall down to the surface of earth? So the answer of UPSC 2012 Prelims examination is what? With the earth's magnetic field toward the polar regions will deviate the ions and charges, and that is the reason the 60 degree north to 60 degree south human habitat areas on the earth even safe there. Okay, even you know, guys, when the solar wind will come toward the earth, okay, earth's surface, and earth's atmosphere, they will also change the earth's magnetic field. And even those energy level and the albedos and all the heat budgets, even it also change. Okay, everybody. Even the one of the more condition, because of this solar wind and this type of condition, the space weather even change. Space weather means have a big level of phenomena, and the multiple distortion, multiple changes are there, guys. In the space weather can change the orbit of satellites, shorten their lifetimes, interfere with the onboard electronic operations. Even you know, when the solar wind come toward the surface, so NASA said maybe any of the country's satellites stop to work. It means because of the solar winds and solar flare type of applications, you know, there's a big level of disturbances possible. Okay, and this is the reason, and this is all the statement, those are written there, and I hope you will very clear. Now, one more space-based mission, those you should know, that is a Kepler Space Telescope. Kepler Space Telescope is very popular, and see, this space telescope even sent actually in 2009. The purpose was actually to do the study of Milky Way galaxies. Okay, it's our own Milky Way, and to discover a lot of 100 of Earth-sized and smaller planets in the nearby habitable zones. And even this is the reason, guys, this Kepler mission even try to even be sent for the study of the Earth-like planets. Okay, habitable term is given there, so I would like to discuss with you one term that was the question in 2015. UPSC asked about Goldilocks zone. In 2015 Prelims, UPSC asked from the Goldilocks zone. Actually, Goldilocks zone is what? It's a habitable zone. In the space is a habitable zone. As you know, the like Earth's temperature is fine, Earth have a rain, Earth moisture, everything is in the favor of life. The Goldilocks zone is what? Actually, it's areas where have a maximum possibility of life. It's a human habitat areas. So the scientists even try to find out the Goldilocks zone. That was a Prelims 2015. So the similar concept is there. With the help of this Kepler telescope, we will try to understand about the, and will get about the ideas about the existence of the Earth size and the smaller planets. We even have a possibility of life there. And see, one more thing, guys, even this mission was NASA sent this mission. This mission sent in 2009, and that mission even also going to send the latest bit of data. Though data is stored there, this data is going to send and even download it right now. The reason is, you know, the fuel, those fuel used in the Kepler mission is going to lost day by day, and this is the reason right now the Kepler Space Telescope mission as a spacecraft is now running at very low on fuel, guys. So definitely it will extend their own time and give a lot of data and lot about various targets that was even should achieve by the Kepler. So with the help of fuel and everything it will achieve. So this is the line, guys, that was in the current affair in the news, and behind it all this discussion of Kepler is here, guys. Even the launch of Observatory 2009, that Kepler missions, astronomers have discovered the thousands of extra solar planets, even lot of exoplanets through the help of this telescope. The Kepler telescope even help it a lot. Even as of March 2018, have a news, guys, the Kepler had found around 2342 confirmed planets in the galaxies. So wonderful achievement those Kepler even achieved there, and you should know. So now you should go with the next topic, that is from space technology. The ISRO conducts the pad abort test. See, actually, I hope you know very well, guys. Modi's vision are around by 2022. What is the 2032? Around Gaganyaan mission. Gaganyaan mission. And here the Modi's targets are there. Modi's means don't say Modi's target, it's ISRO's target. If a prime minister changed, so it's not Modi, it's a what? It's a government targets. Okay. Just like Chandrayaan mission, it's a government base. It's not a BJP or it's a Congress base. Okay. But the people take a credit, either it's a Congress or BJP, it's a political issues right now. And the people, the normal citizens of India even could not understand. But leave it, it's a matter of politics. So we are coming there, as in the case of Gaganyaan, there's total 3 astronauts will go there. 3 astronauts will go there, and they will spend around 4 to 5 days their own lives. And they will go around the 400 to 500 kilometer. It means the distance wise, you know, that is a LEO orbit. And you know, that is a polar orbit. That all the discussion I have done in the traditional parts. So I will suggest you guys, you go and see the books and my all the videos, a traditional subject that is given there. So I just said the 3 astronauts, the 4 to 5 days, 400 to 500 kilometer distance. That is a vision. And here the expenditure of government have a 10,000 crore. That was an article in recently the January 2019. Those are read in the newspaper. So actually, you know, when you have a plan to send the astronaut in the space, guys, there have some problems. Suppose there has some disturbances happen in the space and there is a matter of life for the astronauts in that case. So in that case, I have a simple information, guys. In that case, the pad abort test is very, very important. Pad abort test is a critical for the future human space mission. Okay. What is a pad abort test? You come there, guys. It will demonstrate the safe recovery of a crew module on the Earth, guys. Okay, so properly the astronauts are suffering a problem in the space, guys. So how properly they will come back toward that? Definitely when you have a plan to send a human, so definitely you will try to save a human. Okay, PAT is the pad abort test. It is the first in the series to test or qualify a crew escape system technology to save the life of astronauts under this any of the manned mission. Okay, so it's overall about the pad abort test. So if pad abort test will come in your paper, I hope you have no doubt right now and you can take very easily. Now one more discussion about the Vikas engine. Okay, Vikas engine was always in the news to use under the PSLV, under the GSLV, and one more type of GSLV, that is GSLV MK3. And right now government has given a statement, nice ISRO, okay, I will upgrade the Vikas engine. But I will tell you guys one more thing. The Vikas engine, you know, this is a light and this is a good in calorific values. But the alternatives of the Vikas engine is right now ready. That alternatives of the Vikas engine is called as a cryogenic engine and semi-cryogenic engine. So cryogenic and semi-cryogenic engine. Okay. So cryogenic and semi-cryogenic engine that India is ready to do the test. And this moment of time, India has done the cryogenic test, engine test. Even the cryogenic base, the GSLV India already launched GSLV D5 in the January 2014. The first indigenous cryogenic engine was used in GSLV D5 in 2014. Even India started to use the cryogenic engine from 2001 with GSLV D1. With the help of this, you people launched the GSAT-1 satellite in 2001. So cryogenic engine India started to use in the GSLV. Okay, but that is a much more upgraded. But here they have a news with the Vikas engine, those we are using right now. And this time have a news to upgrade the Vikas engine. Fine. So ISRO has this is the news. ISRO has improved the thrust of the Vikas, and thrust means upthrust, so it is easy to uplift. And the Vikas engine is what, as you said, known in the objective paper, liquid rocket engine powering. Okay, and that powers all of them. The Vikas engine will improve the payload capability. The PSLV, those carry the satellite's weight. Similarly, the GSLV carry the satellite weight. GSLV MK3 carry the satellite weight. With the help of Vikas engine and its improved version, it will be much more advanced and much more increased. That will be good. Even if you can carry the more weight of the satellites, so more instrument and devices you can use it to the satellites. And with the help of these more payloads and devices, guys, this satellite will have a multiple functions. Okay, Vikas engine is used in the second stage of lifting of a PSLV. The second stage and the 4 add on the stages of the medium lift GSLV, we can also use it. Even the twin engine core liquid stage of MK3 also used there. The first MK3 was used in 2017. With the help of the MK3 version, okay, GSLV MK3 version, 3200 kilogram satellite was launched, and later on the ISRO have a plan to send the second one with a 3500 kilogram spacecraft. In July month, it was a news. Even see guys, the one benefit of the Vikas engine I will tell you, ISRO expect till now around 4000 kilogram mass of satellite we can launch in the space, and the target will achieve with the help of MK3 mission. Okay, this is a MK3 mission. Okay, MK3 D2 was the second test flight of heavy lifters to carry the space satellites in the space. And there is a news guys, as I told you, ISRO will phase out the Vikas engine with the replacing its first MK3 with a cleaner and safer semi-cryogenic engine. Okay, so semi-cryogenic engine is a much more safer. The reason here the fuel is the semi-cryogenic engine, the fuel is a kerosene and oxidizer type. In the cryogenic engine you will get as a liquid hydrogen and the liquid oxygen. Okay, so this is the overall. It's a information, it's a article guys, those I got in the Hindu newspaper, so I just to take a pic just to focus it and to inform you. It's a Vikas engine is a family of a liquid fuel rocket engines. That is. Now we'll go into the next chapter, communication and information technology. So let us start. The first year there is a draft of a data protection bill. Those came here, and one of the judge based committee was set up actually, and that committee has given some recommendations for the protection of all the citizens of India based computer data. Okay, nobody can hack and nobody can share. If you do anything is what about the bills and everything, that point I will discuss with you. So yes, a committee was headed here, as I told you, a committee was headed here by the former Supreme Court Judge B.N. Sri Krishna. And that committee has given their own report, the bills, personal data protection bill 2018. And that committee was even set up in 2017, and the basis of this committee, this bill came in 2018. Okay, the purpose is to recommend a framework. That is an important point. Purpose is to recommend a framework for securing the personal data in digital world. Definitely guys, it's a matter of cybercrime. See, if I'm using online banking, suppose online banking, I just go on the online bank site and then I connect with the internet services. When I will go on the internet services of the bank services, okay, on the bank site, and I to connect with the internet guys, in that network, any person who are there in the banking network, they can access my information. If the person is very smart, that person can do very easily the cybercrime. So I'm just telling you guys, this data which is on your computer, is not safe. Okay, so here the government has under the B.N. Sri Krishna recommendations, this committee recommendations, and some personal data protection bill even came. What about the bill and everything? See, this bill was even introduced to the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Now, what about the highlight of the bill we are going to start here right now? So, come on the highlights of the personal data protection bill 2018. See, the one guy is the right of privacy is a fundamental rights. As you know, if you read the polity, I do not remember. I think it's Article 21(3). But have a provision of right to privacy in the fundamental rights. Similarly, guys, your all the data, those you save on the internet or anywhere, guys, you have a proper rights to save your documents. It's a necessity to protect the personal data as a essential facet of the informational privacy. The one, the second one, it is necessary to create the trust between an individual who provide their data and those who process it. Okay, so definitely the person and the processors in between, you should have a safe and secure data in your computers. The third point, guys, the right to restrict prevent any continued disclosures, but you cannot erase it. Okay, so the thing is, if those data you want to save on the internet or somewhere, guys, so data you can save, you can hide, you can disclose, okay, continue disclosures, but see guys, one thing is that you cannot erase it. Okay, but that type of procedure, the eraser type of data procedure in European Union, but in India it does not. Okay, even according to this data protection bill, a data protection authority of India should be set up, and that will be an independent regulatory body responsible for the enforcement and the effective implementation of the laws for the protection of data. Even in case of any issues, any appeal is even happen, so the appeal will go directly to the DPA, Data Protection Authority, and this Data Protection Authority will set up a tribunal, and through the help of this tribunal it will try to solve the issue, guys. So through the help of this tribunal it will grant the power to hear and dispose of any issues or any disputes or any problem regarding to the data protection. So now the next topic of discussion was the issue with the net neutrality. Here the Telecom Commission approved a TRI recommendations on the net neutrality. So what about the Telecom Commission, and what about the approval of TRI on the recommendation for the net neutrality? See here, guys, we'll start now. What is the net neutrality? Actually, I will go here first. See, guys, when the internet came, the purpose was the net to connect everyone. Okay, and there was the one more statement behind the net, guys. Nobody will be the sole authority of the internet. Okay, nobody will be the sole authority of internet. But with time, you know what happened? The people try to control a net with the help of the internet speed, with the restrict some of the internet sites. So that type of, the problems even generated into the net. So how you can say the net is neutral now? So nobody can say. And a lot of the companies, a lot of the agencies, even those try to grow in the beginning right now. Okay, so but they are not going to advertise. So ultimately, what is going on the another platform? Those are not legal, not ever the real. Okay, but with the help of fake advertisement, with the fake likes, they are going to promote it here. So it's how the government will say, I'm working for the people, by the people, and of the people. So at the internet level, to make everybody's as a same, as a equal, okay, net neutrality is must. See, the case of net neutrality, the first time it came in US around 2014-15, later on it spread the whole world, and the issues also reached to India, guys. So what about the net neutrality based control in India? I'm going to start with you here. Telecom Commission. What is a Telecom Commission? It is a group within India's Department of Telecom, okay, which is working under Telecom Commission, even has approved TRI recommendations on net neutrality. What about the reason? The main aim to ensure the web traffic is treated fairly, that internet service providers won't block, even threatened, or can take a favor of any services on the basis of few reasonable exceptions. Okay, so few exceptions are only in the case of net neutrality. Neither everywhere, this type of problems are there, and this Telecom Commission accepted the recommendation of TRI and tried to regulate the net neutrality concepts. See, actually, what will come under the net neutrality? You can go into the blocking of any sites, to degrade the proper sites, slow down the internet speed, granting the differential speeds on the basis of requirements, payments, treatment to any content. Okay, so this type of all the problems were there under the net neutrality, but according to Telecom Commission, this is not allowed. Even many zero-rated platforms even introduced in India. Okay, zero-rated platforms are actually those platforms, it is written there, zero-rated are only, what is this, guys? Yeah, you see here, okay. The zero-rated platforms have now been blocked. Okay, now have been blocked. Actually, earlier, some of the companies like Airtel, Facebook, they will try to promote these few sites. And this is the reason, through the help of the promotion of zero-rated platforms, they will advertise their own, do the advertisement, they will try to earn, the other ones suffer a lot of problem. So the government said, no, this type of zero-rated platform is not allowed. It's totally blocked. Here, here the certain companies even going to authorize some of the platforms for you people, guys, and the cheap and the better, and the later on, the lot of promotions and everything will be there. But I think you should know, guys, in this present world, nothing is free in this world. Okay, so ultimately, online access is unrestricted and non-discriminatory under the net neutrality. But in some of the cases, net neutrality even is not allow even its right in some autonomous driving condition, a driverless car, telemedicines, remote diagnostic services, even require to prioritize the internet lanes faster than the normal speeds. And definitely, guys, if a person wants a benefit from a doctor, especially regarding telemedicine, so that internet speed should be faster. In some of the cases, the net neutrality is not allowed. That is really important for the normal person, normal people. And these are the examples are written there for medical sectors, for double SCARs, for the internet lanes regarding some government platforms. So these type of things will come under new net neutrality is protection by internet commissions, telecom commissions. Now let us go to into the discussion of defense-based topics. Those are the related to current affairs in this month. Here, the first you start with the BrahMos missile. See, friend, the BrahMos missile, why and what is the requirement here? Actually, BrahMos is very old. I'm taking a class from 2002 or 3, and I remember from 2005 or 2004 around, 2004. I'm teaching from this much of 13-14 years. This BrahMos. Actually, a new type of mode of BrahMos was recently tested. That was mobile autonomous launcher. What is the mobile autonomous launcher? Everything will target itself by the help of this technology, those introduced into the BrahMos. And this is the reason recently the BrahMos become very popular. So if UPSC has the mobile autonomous launcher, so I hope you will understand it's a new technology that introduced in the recent BrahMos, and it was tested in this month. What is the mobile autonomous launcher? Actually, it is an autonomous vehicle which will identify through their own communications, even power supplies, and even also fire control system. So this one is those which is totally automatic. It's totally automated, and automatically it will manage everything, even the communications of a particular missiles, any objects, even the personals, power supplies, and the fire control system, all managed by the single window platform with this help of this technology. If you go into the BrahMos, the normal function of BrahMos is a you can launch from all three platforms. All three platforms means you can launch from the land, you can launch from sea, you can launch from the air. Recently, the BrahMos even tested that was a ALCM. ALCM is Air Launched Cruise Missiles. It's a heaviest weapon, the BrahMos, which can deploy India's Su-30 fighter aircrafts. So okay, fine, the Sukhoi 30 you can use to launch the BrahMos missile, and it can carry the it's been modified by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited to carry the weapons. Even the world-class weapon with the multi-platform, multi-mission role is capable to being launched from all three platforms. This is the importance of the BrahMos missile. Now we'll go into the Agni 5 missile. The next one is the Agni 5. Listen guys, Agni 5. Agni 5 is the longest range missile. And the another one, it can carry a nuclear warhead with a weight of around 1.5 ton, and the distance can go up to around 5,000 kilometers. It can reach easily to the most of the parts of China. Actually, recently those Agni missile was in the news, guys. Here some technologies even introduced for the more accuracy. This technology is the ring laser gyro-based inertial navigation system and the micro navigation system. These both two will even install equip into the Agni 5, especially to increase the accuracy of the missiles. This is a comparative study of Agni missile, and here I will explain with you the comparative studies. Even UPSC asked the question from Agni 4 in 2014. This was a question in 2014, and after the discussion we will be clear with Agni 4. These are the 5 missiles. Okay, total 6 missiles. Up to Agni 3 inducted in our Indian Army. Agni 4, Agni 5 is in testing. And Agni 6 is a future plan. For test. So this is the present scenario of all the Agni. So up to how much Agni is even introduced in our defense system, to up to Agni 3. 4, 5 is a trial. See, warhead capacity is this much, but I will try to make it easy for everyone. The warhead capacity, you remember the payload means warhead here, 1000. Here around 2000 kilogram. Here is 1000 kilogram. Here is 1500 kilogram, and here the weight is the 1000 kilogram. This is the way to memorize the Agni, all Agni's weight. The range wise I will tell you: Agni 1 1000 kilometer, Agni 2 2000 kilometer, Agni 3 3000 kilometer. These all the values are in kilometer. Agni 4 4000 kilometer, Agni 5 5000 kilometer, Agni 6 6000 kilometer. So Agni 5 has how much? 5000. And see, there is some parameter, guys. If a missile can go 5000 or 5500 kilometer plus, it will come under the intercontinental range. Intercontinental. Somewhere is a 5000 recommended, somewhere have a 5500 recommended. So these two distance and beyond is called intercontinental. It means the Agni 5 will be intercontinental. Okay, and the Agni 6, 6,000 beyond it. Okay, see, fuel stages are there. Okay, and the fuel stages in the Agni 1 have a single stage solid nature, 2 stage solid solid, 2 stage Agni 3 solid solid, Agni 4 2 stage solid solid, Agni 5 3 stage solid solid solid, Agni 6 3 stage solid solid and solid. This is the fuel nature, those we are utilizing here. Okay, what was the question in 2014 regarding the Agni 4? The first statement was there, it is a surface to surface missile. The second was there, all the stages have a liquid nature of propellant, and third one was there, that distance is 7,500 kilometers. So Agni, if you listen my videos, yeah, my books, you read it. So yeah, you read your knowledge according to that. You know, the Agni and Prithvis are the surface to surface missile. Liquid nature of propellant is not there, you got it, it's a solid every stages, and this is not 7,500 kilometers, it's around 4,000 kilometers. So it was UPSC 2014, and I hope your eye is open right now. The UPSC has very basic type of questions. Now in the defense there was some news regarding the Tejas aircrafts. So Tejas is always in the news, guys, and that is a indigenous fighter plane. So whatever the property of Tejas, you just start, it's a homegrown fighter aircraft that India itself developed. It's a single seated and single jet engine technology is there, and multi-role light fighter aircraft. Multi-role means different type of operations and very less in weight. It's the smallest and the lightest. This point even connect with this, and multi-role operations, and it's a supersonic fighter aircraft. Supersonic means that the speed can go around 1 to 5 Mach. And 1 Mach is equal to around 332 meters per second. So I hope you can calculate how much the value will come under the supersonic. So 1 Mach is equal to how much? That is the 332 meters per second. So 1 Mach to 5 Mach, more than 1 Mach up to 5 Mach. This is what is the supersonic, and the distance is here, guys. If it is being designed, okay, Tejas is designed with the Aeronautical Development Agency and Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. See, Tejas even consider in the 4.5 generation fighter plane. Even, you know, the one more is the Rafale. Rafale is still in the 4.5 generation fighter plane. It's a lightweight and multi-role jet fighter plane. Actually, Tejas is very popular with the name of LCA. This is a state PCS question. Many times UPSC state PCS even asked. UPSC asked but 7-8 years back, 10 years back, around 2007 or 2008, which is the LCA of India, Light Combat Aircraft. So answer was the Tejas, guys. See, the name of Tejas was given by Atal Bihari Vajpayee, but the project of Tejas was brought by in that time of Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. The purpose was the MiG-21 got many time accident. Okay, and that is the reason the many of casualty happened. The many of our pilots even might are there, guys. So this is the reason in the replacement of MiG-21, Rajiv Gandhi brought the project that become popular with the name of Tejas, and Tejas name even given by Atalji. See, there is some feature with the Tejas, guys. Tejas you can use to go with the speed of 1350 km per hour without refueling. Okay, without refueling you can use it. 1350 km per hour. Even distance is around 3000 km. Up to 3000 km you can carry the Tejas with the speed of this and without refueling. See, Tejas even developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Everybody know. Before Tejas, one more fighter plane India had, that is called Marut. Marut is the Hanumanji, this god of India. Okay, with the name of this. So, but the difference of the Marut and Tejas, both are the supersonic. Tejas can carry nuclear warhead, but Marut cannot carry nuclear warhead. This is the basic difference. Neither rest of all are same feature. So before Tejas was the Marut. It's a highlight of Tejas. Tejas, guys, the project Tejas 1983 during Rajiv Gandhi with the name of Light Combat Aircrafts. Later on the funding and a lot of the other things in the news, guys. And the 1000th flight testing of Light Combat Aircraft 2009, and January 2015, in that time our Honorable Defense Minister was Manohar Panikar, handed it the Tejas to the Indian Air Force. The Indian Air Force even got the Tejas in 2015. See, one more missile is even in the news, that is the India has a demand from US, that is called NASAMS. And NASAMS, you know, guys, you should know, this is the important one for your paper. NASAMS. NASAMS 2. What is the full form of NASAMS 2? National Advanced Surface to Air Missile System. Again I repeat, National Advanced Surface to Air Missile System 2. See, what is the missile system? It's a very good missile system, and it will open a good vista for India, especially to save India against the air strike. Even those 9/11 attack happened in India, If this type of casualty happens, suppose to fighter plane or something else, so you can save and you can deploy every problems even within India easily. So this India even talks to the United States, especially for the surface to air missile system 2. It is a kind of advanced air defense system. For that, $1 billion even it's required. Even this NASAMS 2 will be beneficial to defend the national capital region from the aerial attack, as I told you. Those companies even develop the NASAMS, that is a Raytheon. It's a US defense contractor and companies. And the next one is the Kongsberg Defense and the Aerospace Company of Norway. So these two companies even develop the NASAMS, guys. And NASAMS have a feature to for the surveillance of 3D mobile activities through the help of radar system. And it is 12 missile launchers equipped under the NASAMS. So and all you can use at one time. NASAMS is highly adaptable mid-range solutions for any operational air defense requirement and maximize the ability to quick identity, engage and destroy. That is a main important feature, and that's why India have a need of it. If any airborne object is coming there, so even you see this picture, it's the best to inform you. This is here. This is a NASAMS, guys. You see here, this is the overall the mechanisms with the NA. Give me a minute, friends. Give me a minute, friends. Yeah, fine. See this picture. In this picture, you can get it very easily. Yeah, this is the NASAMS. The first mechanism. See, these all three working principle will work here together. The one is a radar detection unit. If any of the airborne object is here, the radar will identify. See, radar flash is there, light is there. So this location will identify. Management and control unit will work how to do and what to do. Okay, this management and control unit, the second level of work under the NASAMS. And the third level of missile fringing unit, a missile will go and damage any of the enemy missile. So this is the mechanism those we adopt under NASAMS. Okay, so I hope this one even become easy to you. Okay, easy to you. Now we'll go into the another chapter, that is a superconductivity, laser, artificial intelligence, robotics and nanotechnology. But see, there is no question in your paper from this chapter. Later we'll go into the intellectual property rights and related rights. Still have a no question from this chapter. The next one is the particle physics, astronomy and the particle physics. Here have some news, guys, regarding the Einstein theory of relativity. See, actually some of the activities happen in the space about the dwarf star and the neutron star. Okay, and these activities, those even happen in the space itself in the nature. It proved about the Einstein theory of relativity. So this is the reason again the Einstein theory of relativity become popular. And this was the question in the last 2018 UPSC Prelims examination. So let us start with all the experiments here. Fine. See, friends, what was the conditions those generated in the space? For that purpose, again, the Einstein general theory of relativity came in the news. Actually, Einstein general theory of relativity came in 1950 and got so much popularity. And according to this theory, every objects even change in the respect of time. Every objects change in the respect of time. Actually, 10 years back, 1905, before this theory, the Einstein has given one theory that is called special theory of relativity. Under special theory of relativity, Einstein said nothing even change in the nature, everything fixed. But that theory was wrong. Later on, the Einstein realized and has given the next theory after 10 years in 1915, general theory of relativity. And he said, we are in that world where everything is going to change in the respect of time. Einstein was the man who firstly informed about the existence of gravitational waves. Einstein was a man who firstly informed to the space as a space-time fabrics, okay, or coordinates. So many of the features those we are getting right now about the understanding of the universe, that even proof with the help of Einstein general theory of relativity. So let us start. So researchers observed the gravitational behavior in the 3-star system as known as PSR J0337 and 1715. That massive system even located around 4200 light years away from our Earth, and here the two white dwarfs and the one neutron stars, okay, follow the Einstein general theory of relativity. As you know, as per the theory of general relativity, under the condition where have a no air resistance, all objects fall at the same rate in the same gravitational field, mass not matter. As a very simple, if you take a heavy item and you take a small lighter item, object, and both you drop at the same time from the sky, from the space. You know guys, there is a difference in the mass. Reason have a different heavy and the lighter in the mass, and the composition may be some of the hard and some of the tough, okay, hard and soft, but still not matter. The reason is both will fall at the same time. This is the principle of, actually it is a result where the consistent of the Einstein theory of relativity maintained there. See, actually, what about the general theory of relativity you should know here in detail. As I told you guys, 1915 was the year. Okay, 1915 was the year when Einstein represented a general theory of relativity. Here, gravity itself was a result of warping of a space-time by massive object called the stars and the planet. I will describe this, guys. Einstein theory of relativity indicate that all objects fall in the same way regardless of a mass of a composition. Very simple. What was the UPSC Prelims 2018? You see these all the 3 points and then I will explain. Light is affected by gravity. Okay, light is affected by gravity. It's very simple. Suppose it's a fabric. Suppose it's a cloth. Okay, it's a cloth. It's a cloth in my hand. Okay, it's a cloth, and at the center I just put some objects, and the mass of the object is going to increase. So the cloth at the center part, if the mass will increase, it will bend. It will more bend. If mass increases, more bend. Exactly. And what about the nearby objects? Because of the mass, when this fabric will bend, so all the objects those are in the surrounding will come under the attractions, and this attraction is called as a gravity. This fabric, according to Einstein, is called as a space-time fabric or a space-time coordinates. So one axis is a space and second axis is called time. Okay, and here the curvature is what? Those are going to be bent there. That is space-time curvature. And it's being possible and more become possible. It is dependent on the mass of the object. Those are going to put in the space-time fabric. Okay, so that is the here guys, and see when the mass will be more, so those lights are coming toward the objects, it will bend there. Okay, because why bend there? Because mass. So this is the cloth. If mass will there, the cloth will bend. And here the cloth will when the light is coming toward the sun. Okay, see, suppose I will just to inform you. Suppose this is the sun. Suppose this is sun, and this is earth. Suppose this is sun and this is earth. I just try to give you a experiment. Okay, how the light is going to curve. Okay, if an object is here, okay, if an object is here and the light is coming from this object to this earth. Okay, so the light will come in this way and the light will go in this way. So light source is this, and light received to the earth is this. But you know the light is coming, it's a bending, and the light is coming like this. And the observer and the place where the light is coming like this, it should be like this. This object is send the light straight in front of this earth, the light will come here. But the objects, those send the light, the object is coming the light from this place. The object those send the light from this, it means what? The light those are coming, and the sun is what? Sun is at the center here, and sun have a good mass. If mass is more, so bending nature of the light will be more like this. If sun mass will be there and more increase, so bending will the fabric will be more. So the light those will come here, it will more cut there. So this is the statement I'm telling you. If see, this is the experiment those even scientists have done to the help of many experiments. Okay, many experiment. I just said about the conclusion of this experiment. Those are given there. It means the gravity is dependent on the mass. And the another one, the nature of the lights, those are coming toward the sun or toward the earth anywhere. It is going to change in the respect of gravity. So light is affected by gravity. It was a UPSC Prelims question, absolutely right. The second one, universe is constantly expanding. Actually guys, all the explanations even Einstein has given, on that basis it is proved, definitely the universe is going to expand. And for that purpose, I have many experiments, the wavelength experiment, the microwave experiment, that I will discuss with you. But here it is not possible. Somewhere when I will get opportunity to describe the reason behind the expansion of universe. It was a UPSC question in 2012. The reason behind the expansion of universe. So the one option was the redshift effect, the Doppler set and Doppler proof. Even I have given the statement in my book. And the second one is the microwave theory. Microwave expansion theory. So these are the two reasons. Both two reasons are given in my McGraw-Hill book, Science and Technology. So you go and read out. And that was a UPSC 2012. And definitely guys, with the help of Einstein general theory of relativity, it is also proof. The universe is constantly expanding. And this is statement I told you, matter is wraps in the surrounding of space-time. So every objects, those have a mass. Okay, these all the objects even exist in the space. They were in the surrounding of space. Everywhere have a space-time in the universe. The space-time is, just for the understanding, it's a cloth, it's a fabric where all the objects are at a center. And then they bend on the basis of their own mass. So it's a space-time for the understanding. Here they have a current affair issues. The traditional part is not possible to describe, but as become possible, I described here. Okay. So through the help of general relativity, guys, the many informations even proved. Whatever the many information proved, I will just to give you example that is very, very important. UPSC can ask you. A light get closer to the sun, it bends toward the sun, you know very well, and it is dependent on the mass of sun. Yeah, any objects, not only sun, any objects. The perihelion of the planet Mercury rotates along its orbit more than it's expected. See guys, actually perihelion means what? Suppose this is the Mercury and this is the objects. If a Mercury is getting more closer to the sun, it's a perihelion. It's a perihelion conditions. So in this condition, those Mercury even rotate, guys, that speed even more than the expected here. It means relative motion is going to be here. And when it is going to farthest here, what about the rotation speed will be slow? Okay, here the speed will be faster. So it means in the respect of time, the object is going to change their own characteristics. The next point is when the lights move away from an object, its wavelength will increase. If a light is moving away, if a light is moving up, if the object is here, if the object, those sending a light, it's moving away. So the wavelength is what? Earlier the wavelength was like this. Earlier the wavelength was like this. Suppose these are those received. When the object move away, then the wavelength will be what? This much, this much, this much, and this one. Again it repeat what? Everything is going to change in the respect of what? Time. So here the time, space, everything is going to change. That is also a proof here. Even some more statement is here, guys. Light appears slow down when it passes close to the massive object, as I told you. The reason is the massive object based gravity when affect that, as I told you. So that is a reason. It is also possible. And see, one more thing. The Einstein was the first man who firstly described about the existence of gravitational wave. For that purpose, even people have set up a LIGO experiment, laser interferometer gravitational wave observatory, that even set up, guys. And with the help of the LIGO laboratory, it is proved definitely gravitational wave exists. That was earlier just a myth. And the first time it was discovered on the 14th September 2015. And that gravitational wave ideas were even given by Einstein's general theory of relativity. So general theory of relativity based, if objective come, any of the points are given in your book, in your question paper, so you take there. Now, India to expand the polar research to the Arctic areas, and here I will tell you guys, India has sent the Antarctic mission, but India have a plan to send the Arctic mission. The National Center for Antarctic and the Ocean Research is in India's research and the development institutions in India for the Antarctic areas research, but recently it's a name, this name has been changed, and the name is the National Center for Polar and the Ocean Research. The reason the Arctic is also our focus for the next time, for the research purposes, and this NCERT is situated in the Vasco da Gama, is a Vasco area in the Goa. See, it is an autonomous institution of Department of Ocean Development, Government of India. It's responsible for administrating the Indo-Antarctic program, those even sent, and it also maintain the various India's government Antarctic research station MATRI. So what about the India's Antarctic station? That is a MATRI, and this Department of Ocean Development based Indian Antarctic program also manage this station. Okay. NCERT is an agency which are working under the Ministry of Earth Science, Government of India from 2016. So these are few points you should note down. Actually, what about the current news here? Okay, current news is here, is given there, guys. Ice core sample studies, those even achieved. So ice core sample studies even achieved from the Antarctica and even to the Himalayan mountains. It's match. Operating Himadri Arctic Research Station. Okay, that is even in Norway areas, Spitsbergen, Norway areas. It's also operating with the help of NCERT. Even ORV Oceanic Research Vessels even also manage. It's a flagship program of India's oceanographic studies. With the help of these studies, even Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal, India's ocean type studies become possible. It also supported the KBCOS based laboratory work, and that the KBCOS is what the K Banerjee Center for Atmospheric and the Ocean Studies. Okay, in the University of Allahabad, this is the lab at, as you can understand. Okay, it work a lot especially for the understanding of Arctic and Antarctic regions. Even it's also in talks with the Canada and Russia, the key countries with the presence of the Arctic Circle, which are working there, and to establish a new observation system according to a source. Now India only has a one Arctic observation station near Norway. The reason is why India is working for that. Have a information, guys. This area have a presence of hydrocarbon reserves. Clathrates type of informations are there, and the clathrates are also popular with the name of gas hydrates. Clathrates are also popular with the name of gas hydrates. And this is gas hydrates or clathrates, the richest source of methane. So definitely we'll go and take and collect the methane, and that methane is what? It's a natural fuel, everyone know. What about the particular observer of India here? As you know, it's for objective. India is already okay. India has already had as an observer of the Arctic Council. Okay, and now India is trying to be a member of it. And even in 2015, underground observatory set up in India, that was a INDARC, and it was a UPSC question 2014 or 15. So what is the INDARC? Right now, everybody know it's a Antarctica based, what is this? India's Arctic laboratory, you can say, is an observatory, you can say, and that even developed here for the study of the Arctic regions and their own features. Okay, and the name of INDARC, I hope you will remember it. It's in between Norway and the North Pole. Arctic Council is what? Arctic Council is a member of American and European Union countries. It's a leading intergovernmental forum promoting the cooperation, coordination, interaction among the Arctic states, Arctic indigenous communities, other Arctic inhabitants on the common Arctic issues, in the particular on the issues of the sustainable development and environmental protection in the Antarctic regions. Total members of the Arctic Councils are Canada, Kingdom, Denmark, Finland, Ireland, Norway, Russian Federation, Sweden, and US. So now we'll go to the next chapter, that is the biotechnology. It's a very lengthy chapter, guys, but I cannot miss a single topic here. So anyway, it's also not good that make a 2 videos or 3 videos from a single month. So now we'll go with the biotechnology, and here the news. India is the 5th largest area under GM crops in the world. It means this much of GM crop is growing in India. GM crop is what? That is a genetically modified plant, everybody know. Actually, international surveys for the acquisition of agri-biotech applications, latest global status of commercialized biotech or GM crops in 2017 report released, and according to this, India stands the 4th position in the world to have a genetically modified plant. Sorry, 5th largest production of genetically modified in India, especially cotton. Unlike other big growers, India's entire GM crops is under a single crop, especially that is the cotton. We are not growing the BT mustard, BT brinjal or anyone, especially we are growing the BT cotton. And the last year it was a news, guys, we are growing it hiddenly, not openly. And the country with the highest area under the transgenic crops, around 75 million hectares area of the US, and many crops, genetically modified crops, are growing in US like soybean, maize, corn, cotton, alfalfa, canola, sugar beet, potato, apple, squash, and papaya. There is a news, guys, the worldwide how much the areas even grown under the genetically modified plants is around 189.8 million hectare area under transgenic crops last year. Okay, and here the maximum cultivation area is actually soya bean, around 94.1 million hectares in the world. The maximum genetically modified plant those grown worldwide, that was in soybean, and the maximum area is in US 75 million hectare. Now, genetically modified plants in India have a news, and the news is actually with the two plants, and these two plants are waiting a license from the license for the human consumption from the government authorities. You know who provide the certifications of permission in India to the genetically modified plants? Here the information is GAC. GAC is a Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee. It was a UPSC question in 2012, and the GAC formed in the Environmental Protection Act 1986. It will take care of all the plants those are coming from the foreign countries, or those genetically modified plant even growing in India. It will check and then certify and then allow. Okay, and this GAC is set up under EPA, Environmental Protection in 1986, but this is coming under Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change. Two plants we are waiting for the growth vision: the glyphosate tolerant cotton, and the next one is a biotech hybrid mustard, that is a GM mustard. See, GM mustard was a UPSC question in 2018, that is called DMH11. This is called DMH11. DMH11 means the Dhara Mustard Hybrid 11 varieties. Those DU based institutions, laboratory has set up these plants. Okay, this is not developed with the help of bacterial gene that was introduced under the BT mustard. So BT mustard and the GM mustard both are different. Don't be confused. Okay. And definitely guys, the GM mustard will be the first GM mustard that will be allowed and will be used the first time in India. Let us see. And we are waiting for the MOEF CC permission. GAC already have permit with the growth of this DMH11 or GM mustard. Cabinet approved for DNA Technology Regulation Bill 2018. What is the bill, guys? You should know here. National and regional DNA data banks will set up to maintain the national database for the identification of a particular victims as suspect in the cases under trials or missing person or unidentified human beings. Definitely every human's DNA bank will set up, and even if any person will do the misuse of a DNA banking, so the person will be punished a jail term up to 3 years or maybe a fine up to 1 lakhs. How this bill will be useful for us, guys? Actually, this DNA data include the DNA profiles, the DNA samples, and the records will only be used for the identification of a person, not for any other reason. Suppose some cross matching happens. Suppose somewhere have a disaster happen, some victims happen, other person could not is going to be identified. So with the help of DNA sample of the dead body and DNA person DNA, those even safe under DNA banks. So with the help of this information, the person can identify. But see, this type of mishappening not happen. I'm not telling you. I'm just telling you if this type of things happen, the person will easy to detect. And the last one, the topics, those are relevant here for your examination from the health and disease and the immunization program based. See here, the one news was regarding the Nipah virus. See guys, Nipah virus from the last 1-2 years are very popular, and here UPSC can ask the question in your paper from Nipah virus. So be alert here. So what about the Nipah virus? Actually, some of the district areas, Kozhikode and Malappuram districts, declared is totally free from Nipah virus. It is located in the Kerala, and no any fresh cases from the 1st June is being reported in this district, and now it's being proved from Kerala become free from the Nipah virus. Nipah virus is actually, according to WHO, it's a viral disease. It's a very newly earning, and here the disease even transmitted from animal to humans. This is called zoonotic disease. So zoonotic disease, those disease transferred from animals to human. Even that host where the pathogen of virus even present, that is called fruit bats. The fruit bats is the host of the virus, Nipah virus. In 2004, the humans were affected after the eating of date palm, okay, which was contaminated by the fruit bugs. And the pigs even is the intermediate host of a Nipah virus disease. The first time the disease was reported in 1998 at the Kampung Sungai Nipah village in Malaysia, and this is the reason the name of viruses become popular with the name of Nipah village as a Nipah virus. What type of symptoms you will get in the case of Nipah virus? So all the symptoms are similar to influenza, like swine flu, bird flu type of symptom: fever, muscle pain, respiratory problems, inflammation in the brain. Inflammation of the brain means here the cases can be become like a encephalitis type. Sometimes asymptomatic infection also there. It means that here your person carry the Nipah virus, but the person is not suffering with the Nipah virus disease. But this disease can go into the next office springs. Even still have no vaccines for the human and the animals, but somehow WHO have recommended the Riva variant. It can reduce the symptom of nausea, vomiting, convulsions associated with the diseases. Okay, and the individual should be isolate in the hospitals, particular areas. Neither the other person who will come in the surrounding, they will come under the exposure of Nipah virus. Even it prevents human to human transmission. And that way you can prevent it. One more, that is the last topic of discussion of the July month current affairs, the National Viral Hepatitis Control Program. See, actually this program brought by Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare, it is associated, and launch definitely this family welfare even launched a National Viral Hepatitis Control Program, with India as target to free the all Indian citizens from the hepatitis B and C by 2030. Okay, it was launched on the occasion of the World Hepatitis Day, July 28. Okay, this one brought it, and the theme of the World Hepatitis Day 2018 was the test, treat this hepatitis disease. What about the viral hepatitis control program? See guys, the aim is there ki at least preventions and the treatment of hepatitis even cause the liver cancer, cirrhosis of liver, acute liver failure. So this type of symptoms even happen, the person start to have a proper treatment. The target is to aims to minimize the 3 lakh hepatitis C cases over a period of 3 years for eliminating the deadly conditions, and finally by 2030. So that is the case of hepatitis C, 3 lakh patient even a period of 3 years even treated with the help of this treatments. National Health Mission is the leading mission, and it's being a part of the National Health Mission. Okay, it's a part of the National Health Missions. It's a expensive antiviral treatment for the hepatitis B and C infection will be available free of cost for all government hospitals. It provides hepatitis B vaccine to babies, those born from the mothers, and the mothers even carrying the viruses. Within 24 hours, this vaccine is required for the baby. And a lot of the centers at the national level, at the district level, as a sub-district level, primary health center were open for what? Open for this against the hepatitis B and C problems, and to free India by 2030. So this was the overall the current affair issues guys in the video, even lengthy, but don't mind. I don't like to skip any even articles. Those are the important, and this complete month of July even cover here. So thank you everybody, and give me a suggestion, proper suggestion, that I will try to use it and try to update in the next videos much more good, and try to connect with you. And just try to share this video to everyone. Those are the very serious aspirants, and you go and take this PPTs even on my Facebook page. Thank you everybody. Take care of yourself. Good night. Bye. Hello.